Get out the way, who got a watch, who got the time, I'm racing the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams, want big rocks. I got plans, you got talk. Heard it's real cheap, but it's really gon' cost. I'm tryna get these ends, building empires with my friends. I'm about handling my business, no time for stress over bullshit. You think success is a
Alright, the tan is cooking. Check that out. All right, so here are my nail options here. These have a little bit of like a pink reddish reflect to it. And then these are just basic glitter. I don't know which ones I'm going to go with yet. However, when it comes to stage, there are things that you can save on. And then there are some things that I feel you should not save on. Now for me, I have been saving on nails just due to financial reasons. Like I said, it goes in my salon studio. I had to make some adjustments in the fall. I was like, you know what? I love having my nails done because it feels nice and put together. However, paying that money every 2 weeks, I had to make a decision. So I've been doing my own nails since then. I started off just doing gel polish, but then I started doing press-ons because I just like how that looks. It looks neater. I'm good at doing hair and makeup. I'm not good at doing nails. So, but you can save on nails. If you're going to be doing press-ons, go ahead, do your whole tanning situation first, then put your nails on. If you can, Jesus Christ, I'm so tired of this phone going off. I don't know what to do to myself. I just want to throw it out the window. If you can do your own hair, do your own hair. If you can. Now, if you're going to be putting on extensions, of course, and that's a whole nother animal. Don't be fooling around with that if you are not well versed in it, because putting in your own extensions can be tricky. See, I like these nails, but I'm not a fan of this nail shape. So let me just go to what I know I like. That was me trying to be adventurous. Or maybe I can just file it. Anywho, you can save on your nails. You can do your own nails, okay? You can paint your own toes. You can put your press-ons on. If you aren't putting in clip-in extensions and you just need to straighten or curl your hair, you can do that. If you're not a hair girl, you're not good at doing your own hair, don't do it. Stage makeup. This is a tricky one. If it's your first time competing, I don't recommend doing your own stage makeup because you don't know what it's supposed to look like. It's a whole different ballgame. Even me transitioning from doing special occasion to bridal makeup, I had to learn. I had to figure a couple of things out. There are some tweaks. If you have competed a couple of times and you are interested in doing your own stage makeup, because even me as a makeup artist and having a stage glam business, I feel that it is important that you know how to do your own makeup to a certain extent for stage, because what if your makeup artist gets sick? I've heard girls have horrible times with makeup artists where it just didn't come out right, or the person flaked on them. Then what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So you need to have an idea. If that's the case, check out my stage glam guide. I'm actually going to be updating that soon on my website. So if you already have purchased it, you have lifetime access to it. And when I make updates to it, you'll be able to see that. But stage glam guide is available on my website. I talk about everything: skin prep, hair, eyeshadow colors in regards to your suit color. So that's something that you can look into. And fam, mark your calendars. On Sunday, July 9th at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be holding my very first virtual stage glam seminar. We're going to talk about everything: skin prep for the face and the body, hair tips, stage glam. This is your opportunity to pick my brain and ask me all those questions, especially if you're a competitor that's running the circuit, you're trying to get that pro card, you're trying to get to the O, and you want to learn how to do your own stage glam. Make sure you hit the link in my bio. Go ahead, sign up, because there's only going to be 10 spots available. I want to keep it very small and intimate. Now, if you're catching this later, there will be another link below, and that will be the wait list. So if you missed that one, hit the wait list, put your email in, and then when the next one comes, because we're going to do a lot more of these, you will be the first to be notified. And for me, like, even being a makeup artist, the first time I did my makeup for stage glam, it was not right. it wasn't. So just because you are a makeup artist, please understand that stage glam, it's its whole other entity. It's different. So again, like I said, if you've competed before and you're aware of the look and you know what it looks like and you have the skill set already, let's say you're already a makeup girly, then by all means go do it. But if you don't have the skill set, if you are not a makeup girly, or if it is your first time ever competing, pay to get your makeup done. Tanning, I do DIY. I can save money on that. This is just my personal opinion. If you have very, very fair skin, I don't recommend doing DIY because it takes a lot of coats and you're just not sure how many coats it's going to take. Just pay the money, get sprayed. If you're medium, tan, deep, dark, you're not going to have any issues with DIY. Where are you going to stay? Competing's expensive, right? A lot of girls like to do Airbnb. A lot of girls like to do the host hotel. There's no right or wrong answer. Personally, for me, I like host hotel. I like being right there, especially when I know that the venue is in the hotel. I need to save myself the headache. I'm not worried about trying to cook food. My food is already made. It's prepped. Throw that shit in the microwave. Like, we're not eating gourmet meals at this point, okay? It's gonna taste the same. Put it in the microwave, sis. Keep it pushing. Save yourself the headache. So let me throw these nails on. Go check in with Jay. Set up my glam station in the morning, and then almost time. Okay, so the glue that I like, I get it off of Amazon. It's just called Nail Bond. So the key is, because a lot of people are like, I can't get mine to stay on. Well, first of all, I always keep this in my purse because, you know, sometimes things do happen, but you paint it on your nail, and I like this because you can paint it on and then on the back, and I kind of treat it like lash glue. I like for it to kind of get tacky, dry down a little bit, then put it on. Alright, and just like that, 20 minutes, we are done. I don't know if the camera's picking it up properly. Can y'all see? Focus, 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 boom. There it is. It's just like a nice little sparkle. Very classic. I like classic nails. I was talking to one of my teammates, Danny. Shout out to Danny. I love her. She feels the exact same way as I do. I like having my nails done because it looks nice and clean and classy. However, I hate going to the nail salon, and I hate sitting, and I hate paying for it. So this took 20 minutes. No fuss. Easy. So here's my little glam station. I need to find the cord for this mirror. So this is my travel mirror. It lights up, but I'm also going to bring my ring light over here as well because when I start getting ready, there won't be much sunlight. So there's that. Glam station is set up. It's show day. Happy show day. Last night, I was in and out of sleep. Merlot was snoring. The man hasn't snored literally in months, and he picks like the finest time to snore, but it's fine. So I was in and out. I was just anxious. I was getting nervous. Woke up this morning and I just was kind of like, woo, got all these emotions, all the nerves, all the feels. Then I was like, all right, it's go time. Let's go. So already did my makeup. Hair is setting. Checked in with Jay already. She was just like, we're around the money. Don't touch a thing. I'll tell you what to eat next. So that's all good. Right now it is currently 8:26. I'm waiting on my teammate, my twin tower Shanice. I'm going to glam her. Then we're going to be off to go downstairs. Towers, all ready to do the damn thing. We're gonna do this. We coming, we coming. Nisi said we gotta do it for the culture.
Do it for the culture.
Juneteenth weekend.
Let's set the weekend off right.
Glamazons, here we come.
Individuals in our final group. Let's go, Amber!
Let's go, Amber! Woo!
Yeah. Face the back. Face front.
Where should I believe it's start? I got me in the dark. I got my neck street living large. Get back to the fact.
Let's go, Amber! Thank you, ladies. Let's go, Amber!
Just go, furlough, let's go. Then now rockin' with a pro. I get dough to flip dough to get more for show. Get my drink on and get on the dance floor. Look at me, I don't dance, all I do is this. It's the same two-step with a little twist. Listen, I ain't new to this, I'm true to this. Pay attention when I teach you how to do this. We mix it with a piece, with a little dog, Perignon, and a little Hennessy. You know we finna carry on.
Please welcome competitor 327, Aspen Rance.
Right there.
Back on stage. Gives me a couple of seconds to thank Shrew Classic, Proton, Fit Body Fusion, Toxic Angel, Bikini, Evogen, Silverback, Crew Body Bio, Bomb Cell Nutrition, Gas Better Bodies, Clash Girl, Spectre Fitness, Global, Team Boss Bodies, The Pros, and NPC, Active Wear. And for the final time of prejudging, I'll pass it over to our head judge, Tyler Emanuel. 305, 321, 322, 324, 326, 327. $329 and $326, switch please. $322 and $321, switch please. 327 and 324 switch, please. .330 and 324 switch, please. Face the back. Face front. Face the back.
Let's go, Amber!
Face front. Face the back. Face front. Great class, ladies. Thank you.
Yeah. Amaru. Yeah. How you looking calm, baby, in spite of the body stretching out your pinstripes. Got so much to tell you, come on inside. Hey. You was MIA from the invite. Tryna give me daps with my hands tied. All I wish for, if you could go my way. Yeah. Been had me from the start. You've been on my radar.
I'm so tired. I'm annoyed. And here's the thing. It's okay to feel what you need to feel. That's something that I personally have to work on myself because I'm very numb and I can ignore my emotions, but I've realized that that doesn't serve me. It's not advantageous. And right now, just collectively as a whole, I'm not sad. I'm not mad at anyone or any particular thing. I'm annoyed as fuck. That's why I look the way that I do right now. I'm fucking annoyed. I'm annoyed because I gotta do this shit all over again. And I'm tired, okay? And here's the thing. Yeah, we choose this. I understand I choose this, but just because you choose something, it don't mean that you can't be annoyed. Like, I sometimes, like, I get so annoyed with that. Like, some people like to use that as a reason. Like, two things can be true, okay? I chose this. I'm also fucking annoyed with this right now. That's okay. It is okay. But even with that, with these feelings right now, just because you feel this way, it doesn't give you the right to be an asshole to others. So this is just being mature and knowing how to manage your thoughts and your emotions. It's okay to be mad. It's okay to be annoyed, but you can't sit in it. You can't walk around with it. So now I have to do a whole nother mindset switch for the next, what do I have, 10 days? 10 days out? Because it's Monday, June 19th, Juneteenth, what's good? One thing about me, I perform the best when I'm mad. I do. I really do. So the next 10 days, we're just going to have to get nasty. I don't have any tolerance for nobody. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to entertain anybody. I don't want to do nothing but what it is that I need to do. That's that. Everything else can wait. I have no time, no desire, no energy, no nothing. Quite frankly, I'm going to keep it a buck. I don't give a shit about anything else right now. I really do not. So everything else and everyone can wait. And then also something that I am very aware of, when I'm focused, I don't want to be bothered. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm not apologizing for it. It just is what it is. What a whirlwind. Show day came. It's so interesting because it's like when you start prep, at the very beginning, it feels like things are just taking forever and ever and ever. You're counting down the weeks, and then you have those moments in prep when you stall, and then you're not sure if you're gonna make it, and you get all the feels, the ups and downs, and then before you know it, you blink and your day's out, and then you're double digits, and there's single digits, and then boom, show day. Show day. Show day. Show day did not at all go the way that I expected, and I teeter on the line of having no expectations, which is what I've always done, but this go around I set expectations. And the reason why I like to teeter around not having expectations is because when you set expectations and then you don't hit them, it crushes your soul. My soul is crushed. I am honest, I am real, I have been nothing but transparent throughout this entire time. My soul got crushed. Very, very upset. But the thing about it is, I knew that for me, where I was mentally with my mindset, I needed to go to another place. I needed to leave the no expectations, because for me, the not having the expectations was just my way of protecting myself from disappointment. I am someone that always has a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And so not having expectations is my coping mechanism. It's my way of creating a buffer so that I don't get hurt. It's my way to protect myself, basically. And also with that, not having expectations was low-key part of the reason why I was just kind of having a hard time believing in myself. And so I went into this prep with a totally different mindset. Now, with me setting the expectations, I wanted to not only win my pro card, I wanted to win the overall. Neither of those things happened, and I was nowhere close to even winning. I got 6th place again. And I think a lot of people probably thought that I was upset because I didn't win. That was not at all why I was upset. I was upset because I once again came in 6th place. I was not even in the top 5. Top 5 means, okay, you're close, you're getting there. Yeah, I didn't drop in any placings. Yes, I understand that that is the best that I have ever looked, and I am proud of the look that we brought. But what you also have to understand is I've been competing for 4 years. That was my 4th national show. There's levels to this. So as you go on in your journey, you grow physically and you grow mentally and then competitively. I have never been a competitive person, honestly, until recently. So for me, getting 6th place stung so badly because I'm thinking, well, fuck. I can't even get top 5. So if I can't get top 5, then that means we're nowhere close to even getting a pro card. That is why I was so upset. That is why I was so angry. That is why I was like, fuck all this shit. That's why. So for me, it really just mentally messed with me because I'm in a place now where I know I'm good. That's the thing. I'll say it. There is nothing wrong with saying what you are, who you are. I am to a place now in my competitive bodybuilding career where I know I'm good. I know I'm going to be a force. I know I have a good physique. So getting 6th place, not even getting top 5, I was just like, no. Abso-fucking-lutely not. That will not go for me. And I know in the bodybuilding world, I touched base on this in my Instagram story. It's the whole, oh, it's you versus you. No, it's not. When you get to this level, when you get to that national, and I'm not saying like you're first entering the national level, once you've done 3 national shows, at that juncture, you're like, screw the you versus you. It's no longer you versus you. You've been doing this for some time. You understand the sport. You understand your physique. You understand what your body's supposed to look like. And again, going back to what I just said, there's levels to this. It took me to now to get that mindset switch where, no, I'm past the whole you versus you. I'm not competing against me on stage. Because the thing is, every time you get on stage, you're always going to be better than you were the last time in some regard. It might not be physique-wise. You might be better mentally. And if you can be better mentally, if you've grown mentally within the sport, that right there, baby girl, is a massive ass deal. So that's why the whole you versus you, I'm just kind of like, no, screw that, because you're going to be better than you were the last time, regardless whether it be physique-wise, mentally, or both. If you've got both, then congratulations, because that's what's up. But when you're on stage, you're competing against others. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, miss me with that nonsense. And if you're someone who you're like, Amber, I don't agree with that, that's fine. Opinions are like assholes. We all got them. It is okay. We're not always going to agree. We're not always going to have the same thoughts, opinions, and ideologies, and that is okay. We can agree to disagree. But for me in my house, for where I sit right now, no. That was not good enough. I know for sure I would have been at peace if I was at least within the top 5. Somewhere in the mix within the top 5. I would have been at peace with that. I was like, you know what? Okay, cool. Because we did go up in placing, and that means we in there. But 6th place, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that's where my mindset is. My husband gave me one hell of a pep talk the other day, and basically he was just kind of like, I'm not going to sit here and allow you to be in this jacked up headspace. You need to see yourself for who you are. You need to stop sleeping on yourself. You need to stop being humble. You need to unleash the beast that is inside of you that you suppress. You need to cut that out. You need to have a winning mindset, because right now you're walking around with a loser mindset, and you need to get it together. And I was just kind of like, ooh, okay. He has never spoken those words to me before, and he said it with so much conviction that it just really, it did something to me mentally in my head. It unleashed an animal. It unleashed a brand new competitive edge. So now I'm just kind of like, I know what to do. My feedback threw me for a loop, because again, I can take my own thoughts and emotions out of things and just look at it for what it is. And so when I was looking at, everyone, I was in the first call out. Okay. And I was looking at everyone, and something that I noticed was I definitely looked the most fullest in the upper, and I think that was something that hurt me. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking it's bodybuilding. In bikini, it ain't that simple. So you don't want to be the most extreme. They want to go with someone that's just right there in the middle ground. And I can be honest and say I was not in the middle ground. Like, I definitely stuck out like a sore thumb. Like, it was very, very obvious. I think for me personally, backstage, I pumped up a bit too much. And the thing is, this is just with, again, there's levels to this, learning your body. We all have little body dysmorphia. I, for the first time, realized, okay, you are not that skinny girl anymore. You have muscle on you. So the old physique that I had, the things that I used to do for that, I can't do it with this physique. So for peak week, leading up to the show, and even when I got to Tennessee, we kept everything the same. We did not do anything crazy. We don't cut sodium. We don't cut water. We didn't do any carb loading. We didn't do anything. We just literally kept everything the same, yo. I just walked on stage. I had 2 small meals in me when I got on stage, and you know, you just sip your 30 ounces of water for the day, but that's just common for show day. But we didn't have to do anything, just walk on stage. So I think I personally overpumped, so that made me blow up. And then same thing for like my tie-ins. I think I overpumped, because sometimes what can happen is if you overpump, it can blur your lines. Because when I look at my video from when I was about to head out to go to the venue versus how I looked on stage, it looks very, very different. Before I went out to the venue, I didn't pump. It was nothing. It was just me, had my meals, a few sips of water, ready to go. So now I know, okay, that is how I need to look. I don't need to do nothing extra. Just literally walk on stage. And then my feedback, I thought for sure my feedback was going to be cover your back is too much. My back is gnarly for bikini. I understand that. I see it. That is everyone's comments when they see it. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh crap, I think I might have to cover my back. They're going to tell me to come in leaner, tighter in the glutes. That was not my feedback at all. My first question, well, Jordan's first question was conditioning. Do we need to be any leaner? And Sandy immediately said, no. This conditioning is spot on. You do not need to be any leaner. You do not need to be any tighter, because if you do that, it's going to be too much for the upper, and no, just stay right where you were. So that was our biggest thing, because last season it was tighter, leaner, tighter, leaner. So we're good on that. And so I turned around and I said, do I need to cover my back? And Jordan's eyes got so big. And I'm just kind of like, while I got Sandy here, so I was able to actually pose. I already had my suit on. And that's the thing, like, it's annoying as hell to have to be standing in that line after you competed. You're hungry, you're tired, you're thirsty. Rule of thumb, have a snack in your bag for when you're going to get your feedback after the show, because it's going to be a long line. Because I was cranky as hell. I was so hungry. So I made Murillo go, and he just got me some pecans and some rice cake from the room, because it was right around the corner. But have a snack in your bag when you are waiting for feedback. But she said no. And Joe, God bless him, Joe Pishkula, he's one of the nicest humans in the world. He just so happened to be coming around the corner. He was shaking his head vigorously. No, you don't need to cover your back. Do not cover your back. Your back is fine. And so that made me feel good, because I like my stage look. I like my bikini. I like how my physique looked. I like my makeup. I like my hair. And so for me, I understand, like, I'm competing in a division, and when you're competing, you have to basically fit the mold of what they want. And I know a big thing for me is I don't want to have to wear long hair on stage, because that's just not who I am. But I also understand within competing and the guidelines, like, if they said that my back is too much, then I wouldn't have had a choice. I already had a backup plan. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is in case I have to whip out that backup plan later on. I don't think I will, but I already had a backup plan. But they said, no, you don't need to cover your back. Your back was fine. My feedback was my quads. It is so funny because throughout my whole bodybuilding journey, I have never had any quads. I'm like, I don't have any quads. I wish I had a little. Camera died. Okay, so throughout my entire journey of bodybuilding, I've had stick legs. I've never had any quads. Well, we got a little quad now, okay? And again, Sandy's feedback was, you need to tweak your back pose because of your quads. It's throwing off your shape. And I had talked about this on my Instagram story and everyone kind of went crazy. You guys, my quads are not too big. She did not say I needed to downsize. I am nowhere close to wellness. I'm not trying to be wellness. I have no desire to be wellness. She just said that my quads, because when my back pose, when I pose, my toes are out. And when you point your toes out, what it does is it flares your quads out. A lot of the wellness girls do that. I've always done that, but now since I actually do have some quads, she said, turn your toes forward so that way your quads aren't kicking out and distorting your shape. That was it. And then Joe came by and he was just like, well, she's tall, you know, so her quad structure is her quad structure. Like they are up higher, like you can see it. So I have been posing every single morning, just making sure I'm nailing my back pose because that's always been one of my weaker points. Transitioning to my back pose and then hitting it with toes forward. Alexis has given me a lot of pointers with transitioning to my back pose. So if you are a bikini or wellness girl posing with Alexis, make sure you check her out. That's my dog. That's my homie. That's my co-host for the Girl Gangs podcast. She's amazing. So thank you so much. Love you for that. But she's been helping me with my transition and just nailing that. So I have been just practicing that and nailing it because that was my only feedback. She told me, turn your toes forward. And, you know, I could tell, like, when she was looking at me, she could tell that I was just kind of like, over. And she looked at me and she goes, you have a beautiful body. Beautiful body. If you don't want it, I'll be happy to take it. And she goes, so what, you didn't win? She goes, if I looked like you, I'd be happy, win or lose. And so I was like, okay, thank you, Sandy, for the perspective. Thank you so much. But she likes my look. She likes my physique. And the thing is, this is good feedback. I've just been hanging out, holding steady with the same macros. My weight is still 137. So when I left for Tennessee, my weight was 137, and then every single day my weight dropped down. So when I woke up on show morning, my weight was 134.8. So I'm pretty sure I was on stage at 135. So 135 is my new stage weight. So, and I was getting worried because I was like, Jay, I'm dropping weight every single day because in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to look stringy. I don't want to look stringy. But then Alexis made a good point. She's like, you know, you got there. Stress came down. Your inflammation came down because you're not doing cardio. So that's probably what it was. So now I know the things I need to fix are very fixable. I'm in a really good place. And moving forward now, I am 9 days out from Universe. So you guys, right now, in this moment, this is going to be my last national show of the season. Right now, in my moment, how I'm feeling, and I'm about 80% sure that if we still don't hit it, I might be done. And that's not. And when I say I might be done, I might be done. And that's not me being a sore loser. That's not me giving up. It just gets to the point where this is very difficult. It's very hard. And I just have to ask myself, am I willing to keep going and going and going on doing this? Because this is an extreme sport and I love it. What bodybuilding has done for my life will forever, ever be grateful for. Because I said it in an earlier episode, y'all, I'm here for a good time. I'm not here for a long time. Like, I have other goals and other things that I want to do and achieve. Not saying that I can't do those things alongside of me competing, but I just kind of have the mindset of, okay, kid, like, I'm not old. I'm about to be 35 years old. My husband and I want to have a kid. Like, there's some business things that I want to do. So it just kind of puts me in the mindset of, okay, I know what my goal is. My goal is I want to get my pro card. I would love to compete in the pro ranks and just see how I shake out. Like I said, I'm not trying to be Miss Bikini Olympia, but I would love to see how I shape out on the pro stage. I really would. But again, if I can't get the pro card, then I can't do those things, which means it's just a lot. It's just a lot of moving parts. So again, that's not set in stone. That's just how I'm feeling right now in the moment. And y'all know feelings ain't always facts, and it's okay to change your mind. But right now, I told Jay I got one more national show in me this season, and we're gonna see what happens next. And it's like, I think sometimes people fail to forget that, and I'm just more so now speaking to competitors, there's more to life than just competing. Like, you can still bodybuild and not compete. You can still do things within the bodybuilding industry and not compete. It's not just competing, that's it, end all be all. And I know for me within the bodybuilding industry, there are other things that I want to do, especially with my business. I have a lot of things coming that I've been working on. And so, you know, eventually I am going to have to make that switch to just focus on doing that stuff. But, you know, I still have my own competitive goals, but I also understand that for where I am in my life, there are also other things outside of competing that are just more important, and that is okay. So I am filming this right now 9 days out, but you are watching this on Thursday. I am 1 day out. So the mission continues. I'll see y'all tomorrow for Peak Week episode.